Combined weight of 583 pounds, Bulldog reigns, and the strong style psycho Thye.
And just like that, before the Dragon can even regain his position at the broadcast table, the Dobbins, Tank, and Bulldog reigns are going at it, Dragon.
This is the bunkhouse brawl. No disqualification, no count out. Far cry from a wrestling match, a pure bar fight. And that's exactly what this is. Four tough hombres settling their differences right here tonight. It was Tank that left out Getz Enterprises and persuaded Bulldog Reigns to do the same after he had a disagreement with Getz. Getz wanted to call all of his shots, and Tank, while he may have had an issue with Scotty Ridden, is definitely an independent man. He doesn't let anyone tell him what to do. Apparently he thought the deal with Getz Enterprises would be a mutually beneficial business decision, but it wasn't.
Oh!
Speaking of business, Tank on the business end of the guardrail, thanks to Chad Dobbins.
I mean, Chad threw him across the WILDSIDE arena into the guardrail. Poor guys in the front row.
That was Jason Dobbins. Chad is actually the bigger of the two. It's definitely hard to tell.
Oh, DDT on the floor from Jason. And this piece of work, Al Getz, is at ringside too. Far away from the action, of course, but he could be involved at any moment.
Oh, if Tank ever got his hands on that guy, can you imagine how many pieces he'd be in?
Well, one more than he's in now, at least. Jason Dobbins and Tank again into the guardrail. Chad Dobbins and Bulldog Reigns tied up at the floor. They only grow them two ways out in Texas, big old good'uns and good old biggins, and the Dobbins boys are both.
These twin towers are pummeling Tank and the Bulldog here. Definitely have the advantage in this fight, and Tank is busted wide open at the hands of Jason Dobbins.
I mean, Tank has taken a pounding from Jason Dobbins. He is split wide open. Meanwhile, Bulldog Reigns and Chad Dobbins finally back in the ring. Almost forgot it was there. Pick a rule. It doesn't apply. You name it. It doesn't apply. No rules. A bunkhouse brawl. Anything goes.
This matchup not sanctioned by WILDSIDE or the National Wrestling Alliance. It's simply a pleasure to bring it to you on your television, a bona fide fight with no rules here on NWA WILDSIDE.
Oh, Bulldog Reigns taking a chunk out of Chad Dobbins in the ring. Meanwhile, Jason Dobbins just bought one from Tank, who is, as we said, busted open.
Tank taking a chair from the front row.
Oh!
Sending Jason Dobbins into trouble there.
Oh,
and he waylays him in the back.
Al Getz Enterprises. This is pretty much how their Christmas parties usually go. Oh.
Wonder if Al Getz Enterprises provides a health plan, because these two guys are definitely going to need it.
Not after tonight, they don't. Well, I'm sure it was canceled at 4 o'clock today.
Tank going after Jason Dobbins on the outside. Chad Dobbins and Bulldog Reigns still brawling. And the two pairs of fighters here have yet to separate. Tank with another right hand. And you gotta be a tough son of a gun to be able to withstand just one of those right hands from Tank. This is a guy that snapped an underground pit fighting competition and ended up going to a psychiatric hospital for the better part of a decade.
It's a good place for him. Hope they've still got his room clean. Bulldog Reigns is out on the floor. This is a 2-on-1 beatdown from the Dobbins boys on Tank. Now finally Bulldog back to his feet.
Sending Bulldog out again. The Dobbins brothers really making Tank pay for his independence. The Psycho Tank, he actually spoke here on NWA WILDSIDE just right before Fright Night 2003. He said it was time and he would be heard, and he definitely was. But now, is he going to have to pay the ultimate price for that breaking?
He's paying a price right now. I don't know about the ultimate one, but he is cracked wide open. Faced the proverbial Crimson Mask, and Tank has taken everything the Dobbins boys can throw as you see Bulldog Reigns tossed into the guardrail.
Can you imagine wanting to fight any of these four men?
No.
Unbelievable.
I don't want to be in the same building with them, but I have no choice. Oh.
Dobbins with a double choke slam that certainly lacked authority on Tank. It looks like the beating that Tank and Reigns have dished on the Dobbins is already starting to show its effects.
That's Chad and Bulldog Reigns again, tied up on the outside. Meanwhile, Jason just tattooing what's left of Tank. No rules. Find the rule book, burn it. It doesn't apply for this matchup.
And now, Jason Dobbins has that chain. He's laying into the bloody face of Tank. And now one of the fans handing Jason Dobbins chair here. Oh, and Tank manages to connect with a low blow there. Luckily for him.
Oh!
Tank with a flatliner on that chair.
Wait a minute. Getz from the outside.
He had the pin, Scott.
That's the only reason this match continues. As Jason Dobbins all but out.
What?
Hang on a second.
It was a setup.
What did we just see?
It was a setup all along.
What the hell's going on, Dragon? Did Bulldog Reigns?
He was in with Getz the entire time.
Jason and Chad Dobbins.
This is unbelievable.
Al Getz, Dobbins brothers, and mainly you, Bulldog Reigns. Apparently, being with me, this wasn't good enough, and you went back with him. See, that's fine and dandy. You left me laying. I've been beat down before, but each time I had somebody with me. But now I'm a man on my own, and I've waited for this day for a long time. If you really think this bothers me, you think tasting my own blood means to me, well, you got another thing coming when I taste the blood of Bulldog Reigns, the Dobbins brothers, and you, Al Getz. Any place, any time, we can do this. 1-on-1, 1-on-3, 1-on-4. I don't give a damn anymore, because from now on, I'm going back to the killer instinct, and I'm gonna hurt somebody real bad. Ugh.